Good morning, everyone. It's our Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone's had a fantastic weekend so far. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please don't forget to please smash the like on the video. If you guys could do that, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Really appreciate every single one who's joined me today. Of course, big up Tyborg. What's going on, my friend? Hey, how you doing, you legend? Good to see you. Good to see you, Tyborg. Hope you're good. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Absolutely. It is match day, guys. We're going to get in the vibe, the match day vibe. That's what it's all about, guys. Man United are playing Crystal Palace. And let's face it, I'm going to be delving into this. Man United haven't really done too well against Crystal Palace over the last few years. Maybe it's time we gave them one. Maybe it's time we gave them a good hiding, which they deserve, of course, guys. Absolutely. But, guys, let's get straight into it. In regards to the transfer window, we are 24 hours or so from deadline day, guys. And you know what? Let's hope, fingers crossed, everything goes through smoothly. Dorgu will be presented as a Manchester United player today before the Crystal Palace game. As I said yesterday, that he will be presented as a Manchester United player before the game against Crystal Palace today, of course, guys. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm sure Old Trafford will give him a fabulous reception, which he deserves. I saw Dorgu going through the emotions, traveling on the plane, etc. Looked a little bit downbeat, didn't smile too much, but maybe he's nervous. I don't know, but it is what it is. He will be unveiled to the Manchester United faithful today, guys. And you know what? Can't wait for the game today, because today it really marks a game that, you know, has given us difficulties over the years, you know, and maybe, you know, we might be turning the corner. And that depends on today, of course. We have to win today. We have to move up that table. I know I sound like a broken record. We've been saying this for the last few weeks. We have to move on, of course. Absolutely. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, Sanj. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Big up, Rasta. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Absolutely good to see, brother. 3 points is all we need. Absolutely. That's what we're looking for today, Rasta. Absolutely. Sal, good morning to all the chats. Hope you're there. Happy Sunday, Conrad. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yes, it is Sunday, guys. You know what? It's the beginning of the week for some people. You know what? They're just another manic Monday, you know, coming up tomorrow, of course. But you know what? It all depends how Man United play today. If Man United go out there and win the game convincingly and well, I mean, I don't care about convincingly and well. I just care about winning the game. But it would be nice to see a good pattern of play, a good performance, and a win, because it's something that we've been missing for a very long time ago, guys. So I'm looking forward to the game. I'm happy, you know what I mean? And, you know, I can foresee a lot of positivities coming at Man United this next 24 hours. I really could. And maybe there's a surprise in the works. Maybe there's going to be a transfer that we don't expect. For example, Leon Bailey has captured the interest of Manchester United. Manchester United are exploring a deal with Marcus Rashford and Leon Bailey, where Aston Villa play less on Rashford's wages and we get Leon Bailey in. Now, you know, how true that is, I don't know. I'm an admirer of Leon Bailey. I think Leon Bailey is a good player. At Aston Villa, they bought him from Bayer Leverkusen, of course. Good player. On loan would be good. A loan deal would be good, but you know what? I prefer Tell. I think Tell will be better for us. I don't want any players coming in that, you know what, other teams don't necessarily want. I'm not saying that Aston Villa don't want him, but you know what I mean, that they're willing to loan him out to Manchester United. But I would say that I would prefer Matthias Tell. I would prefer that. And I feel like, you know, Matthias Tell has a ceiling. And I feel like he can be developed under Ruben Amorim, and he will be great for our squad. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Rasta, up the Reds. Glory, man. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much, Rasta. You legend. Big up SLD. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well, you legend. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing good, of course. Ant, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Crazy seeing Rashford go. Never thought I would see that. Me too, Ant. You know what? Over the last few weeks, I started to believe that it weren't going to happen. I started to believe to myself that, you know what, is this actually going to happen? Because if you spoke to me in December and said Rashford would leave the football club, I would have thought you'd be lying. I would have thought that you'd be joking. But, you know, over the last few weeks, and then especially since we got Ruben Amorim through the door, Ruben Amorim, you know what? He just seems like the guy who doesn't care. He doesn't care about your brand. He doesn't care about how many Twitter followers we've got. He doesn't care if you're mate born and bred. He just cares about the football team. And this is what I admire about Ruben Amorim, you know, and any personnel that doesn't want to fit in, that doesn't want to be ride or die, so to speak, is going to be out the door. And you know what? I admire Ruben Amorim for that. This also gives an example to the rest of the squad that if you're not going to turn up, if you decide to down tool, if you decide to, you know, don't live your life the way you should live your life as a Manchester United player, then you're going to be out the door. Now, this doesn't mean this is exclusive to Marcus Rashford. You know, there are a number of players in our squad, of course, that, you know what, could be out the door if they don't fix up. You know what I mean? We're talking about many players. Rasmus Højlund, for example, Casemiro, for example, Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, loads of players in that team that will be pushed out the door if they're not careful, because you know what? It seems like Ruben Amorim means business, and I'm happy about that, of course, guys. Good. Hello, Abdullah Owen. Marcus Rashford, Aston Villa. Here we go. Done. Loan deal with an option to 40 million, 70% to Fabrizio Romano. Is it been done yet? Is it been done? Let's have a look. Let me have a look at Fabrizio's tweets. Fabrizio Romano. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. Here we go. Marcus Rashford is here. We go, guys. Marcus Rashford is here. We go. Marcus Rashford is now an Aston Villa player, guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Abdullah, my friend. Marcus Rashford to Aston Villa. Here we go. Agreement in place. Deal with over 70% salary, 70% salary covered by Aston Villa. Buy option clause worth 40 million. Also included in a contract with potential 3.5-year deal to follow. Guys, massive news coming out there. Marcus Rashford is a Aston Villa player for now. Let me just write this tweet. Let me just write this tweet for you all. Let me just write this tweet. I'm just getting this tweet sorted out real quickly. If I get this up. Big up Abdullah for the update. Let me just I'll just like, isn't it typical? He goes, isn't it typical that you know, this happens now? Isn't it? Isn't it, guys? Isn't it? Isn't it? Absolutely. Big up everyone. Thank you so much, Abdullah. Let me just tweet that out. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So that is amazing. Now, let me just write that tweet. You know what? This is what happens. You know what? When you're live, these things happen, guys. And you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for what happens. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me just write this down. There we go. There we go, guys. Marcus Rashford to Manchester United. Here we go. Here we go. We are Fabrizio Romano. Absolutely. He is gone, guys. He is gone. Absolutely. He is at Aston Villa with a buy option of 40 million, guys. 40 million buy option. Absolutely. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic news. You know what? I'm not one to like complain and you know what, say horrible things about players, but you know what, I felt like the relationship between Manchester United and Marcus Rashford had come to an end. I felt like it's run its course, guys. It's run its course. And to be honest with you, Marcus Rashford to Manchester United, you know what, here we go, guys. And you know, I wish him the best of luck, because at the end of the day, if he goes to Aston Villa and he absolutely smashes it, he scores lots of goals, he's only going to request a higher transfer fee for Manchester United. So we got to hope that he succeeds and he does well at Manchester United, you know, at Aston Villa, so we can get a decent transfer fee for him. When Marcus Rashford broke through the ranks at Manchester United, when he was playing for Man United, when he first broke through, I mean, he was a diamond in the rough. I remember when we got Wilson injured and Martial injured, and Marcus Rashford came into the side, and you know, absolutely set the ground running. Since then, whether it's the people he hangs around with, whether it's his agents who are his family, you know, it just hasn't quite worked out for Marcus Rashford. And you know what? Over the last year or so, I've always felt that he needed a change. Sometimes in life, You need a change. And I feel like Aston Villa is a perfect opportunity for Marcus Rashford. It's a perfect opportunity for Marcus Rashford to redeem his career, so to speak. Maybe regain his England place. Who knows? He might be at the World Cup. This move might be absolutely pinnacle in his career. And to be honest with you, it's fantastic news for Manchester United because obviously, you know, they are going to pay a huge substantial amount of the wages, but also there's a buy-on clause. How true? It's only 40 million, but if Rashford goes to Aston Villa and absolutely smashes it and scores a lot of goals, you know, what's going to happen is that, you know what, we're going to sell him for 40 million. And you know what, at least it is a buy-on clause anyway. I thought it would have been a little bit more, but you know what, we'll take that as it is. Because at the end of the day, we're killing two birds with one stone. Now, don't be surprised now if this creates a knock-on effect in regards to transfers coming in as well. Maybe Man United now will get accelerate the wheels for Matthias Tel to come to Man United. Maybe that will happen, of course, guys. So, you know what, very, very, very big Sunday has started, guys. No rest for the wicked, is there? I thought I'm going to start this show. I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Match day, stuff like that. And lo and behold, here we go, of course, guys. You know what? Best of luck to Marcus Rashford. You know what? It is, you know, we needed this move. We did. We needed this move. And to be honest with you, I wish him the best of luck because Man United are not going to be, you know, we're not going to be out there hoping he fails because, you know what, it doesn't work well for Man United. We need Rashford to be sold. And at the end of the window, at the end of this season, should I say, if Rashford scores a few goals for Aston Villa and performs very well, it's only to our benefit. Let's think about this, right? We're going to get 25 billion for Jadon Sancho and we're going to get 40 million for Marcus Rashford. What better way? What a better way to start the summer? You know what I mean? What better way to start the summer than Man United getting some money through the door, of course, guys. Brilliant. And to be honest with you, it will set us up nicely for next season. We'll be able to get the likes of Quenda in, you know, and any other player that we need, you know. And let's not forget, we are in a good position to get Matthias Tel. Matthias Tel is there, you know, and to be honest with you, I would be happy with that deal. And, you know, he's a player that has a ceiling. He's a player who hasn't reached his full potential. And yeah, great. Absolutely. Let's read some of your comments. Guys. Absolutely. Big up this channel. Big up Abdullah. Big up Mandem. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up Rasta Stocks. Just got the hair. Here we go from Fabrizio. Absolutely brilliant. 45 million option to buy. Yeah. You know what? Hopefully that option gets triggered, of course, guys. Hopefully it gets triggered. But you know what? The thing that we didn't expect to happen has happened. My goodness me. Here we go. It's a good look. In reality, I didn't want Rashford to sign for Aston Villa because I didn't want him to sign for a Premier League club. But when I look at things now, I'm like, you know what? Let him go to Aston Villa. Let him get his form. Let him score a lot of goals. You know what I mean? And then, you know, at the end of the season, Aston Villa may buy him. You know what I mean? For 40 million, of course. Darren, not a bad deal for United. Big wages off our hands. Absolutely United. And that only means something if Man United go out there now and get Matthias Tel or get another player through the door, you know, before the transfer window. I'm guessing there will be another. Here we go very soon. Now, Malacia deal has fallen through. Malacia no longer will be signing for Benfica. For whatever reason, that deal was fallen through. I'm not too worried about this because I do believe Man United need cover on that left back position. I didn't think Man United needed to loan Malacia right now because Man United are very short in that department. So, you know, keeping Malacia is not a big deal for me. He's not on astronomical wages either. So that is not a big deal for me. But you know what? The big news is today, Marcus Rashford, here we go. He is a Aston Villa player until the end of the season. Aston Villa will be paying a substantial amount of his wages. Of course, guys, they will be paying 70% of his wages covered. Incredible deal, this for Man United. Buy option clause, 40 million, also included in the contract with potential 3.5 years to follow. Medical booked today. You know what? It's all running now. It is all happening, guys. It is all happening. Great news, of course, guys. But don't be surprised if there are a number of other deals that could break very, very soon, guys, you know, because it is the window. We got 24 hours, of course, coming up, guys. You know what? A big 24 hours coming up. So let's see what happens. Man United might get someone through the door. We pray, of course, guys. Abdullah, Tell will come. I got a feeling as well. Respect, Amorim. Big respect to Ruben Amorim, by the way. Ruben Amorim, you know what? He has pulled the trigger. And you know what? The smiling assassin. I co-write that. I co-trade that is the smiling assassin. And we are seeing the smiling assassin in all his glory. You know, you cannot mess with Ruben Amorim. This shows you. And this shows the rest of the squad. You do not mess with Ruben Amorim. Absolutely not. And you know what? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, of course. So early in the morning, guys. Goodness me. In London, in England, at the moment, you're looking at, goodness me, 7 in the morning, this still was broke. Wow, that is quick. Man, then, what's going on? Amorim is the guy. Amorim is the main guy. Absolutely. Believe in Amorim. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Sanjay, I'm so relieved. Yeah, I think we all are. Look, let's just hope that he sets the world alight. And let's hope that Aston Villa purchase him at the end of the season. Because if they don't, we're left with the same problem. So let's hope that, you know what, he does very well. Let's wish him the best. And you know what, other than that, it's Aston Villa's problem now. It's Aston Villa's problem. I spoke all week about the problems that Marcus Rashford has had behind the scenes. I've heard some incredible things going on about Marcus Rashford behind the scenes that if I told you, I would get myself in trouble. But they are huge things about Marcus Rashford. So look, at the end of the day, we clean our hands with it and we give him to Aston Villa, you know what, and we bring in Matthias Tell, maybe. Who knows who we're going to bring? Maybe is it a Leon Bailey? And in regards to Leon Bailey, Manchester United are interested in Leon Bailey from Aston Villa, the former Leverkusen player. Of course, Manchester United were interested before he went to Aston Villa, of course. But Man United are interested in Leon Bailey. But Leon Bailey is a backup option for Matthias Tell. So if Matthias Tell does not go through, Leon Bailey will be the one who will be signing for Manchester United. I'm hoping it is Matthias Tell. We've got Anthony out. We got Rashford out. We are severely lacking in the attacking department. We need to bring in that player in. Absolutely. And we need to be fighting tooth and nail. Now, this is why this deal has been done today, because that leaves Man United all day today, the rest of today and tomorrow to get the Tell deal done or whatever deal they're going to do. Let's wait and see what happens. But you know what? Bravo. Well done. They got Rashford at the club. They got Anthony at the club. They got McTominay at the club. They got all these players who have left the club, which is fantastic, of course, guys. And we're pleased about that, of course. Absolutely. Darren, let's hope he does okay. Otherwise, we're getting, but absolutely, Darren, this is exactly the point. We're getting 25 million or so for Jadon Sancho at the end of the season, which is good news. Chelsea are not going to finish below the top 4. But you know what? I think the stipulation was if Chelsea finish below the top 10, that we have to have Sancho back, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to get 25 million for Jadon Sancho, which is an obligation to buy it, of course, guys. But please, guys, because at the end of the day, you know, the toxicity at Man United, the Player FC, this is the end of Player FC, guys. We're killing the Player FC with a dagger to the heart. We're killing Player FC, and that is fantastic. I don't want to hear anything about, you know what, respect Marcus. Let's do that. Marcus Rashford, you know what? Marcus Rashford hasn't been the same player for a couple of years now. A couple of years. Marcus Rashford was finished in 2022, in my opinion. He's done. He was done out here, to be honest with you. And when he scored that many goals, we should have, to be honest with you, we should have sold him at that point. That's what we should have done, you know. But it is what it is, of course, guys. Absolutely. But you know what? What I would say is that I wish him well. I hope he scores lots of goals, and I hope Man United get a substantial transfer fee for him. Aston Villa paying 70% of the wages. He's on 320,000 a week. What does that make? How much they're paying? 200,000? Is it about 200 grand? I'm not a mathematician here, guys, but I think they're going to be paying about 200,000 in wages for Marcus Rashford. Fantastic. What happens from there? Let's wait and see, of course. Conrad, then Man United should strike deal quickly. Yeah, I think that will happen, Conrad. I think this is going to be a domino effect now. I think now that Marcus Rashford is leaving, there's going to be a domino effect in regards to Tell coming into the football club. I really do, you know, and yeah, bring it on, guys. Bring it on. Absolutely bring it on. Please, guys, please. Rasta, Sal. Hope they buy him because I'm not going to miss him. I mean, at the end of the day, look, you know what? I tend to look at things in a way that, you know what, respect. That's what I do, respect. But at the end of the day, you know, respect is a two-way thing. And I just don't think that the respect was shown to the football club. The respect was shown to Ruben Amorim over the last few months, you know. And to be honest with you, they fell out already. And that's enough is enough now. Enough is enough. And you have to give Ineos some credit. And you have to give Ruben Amorim some credit for doing this still, because you know what? They could have easily said, nah, you know what? Marcus Rashford is a shirt seller. Marcus Rashford is the guy, he's on 320 grand a week. We can't win. He's our star boy, blah, blah, blah. They could have easily done that. But the thing is, what I like about this still is that Ineos, they're giving Ruben Amorim the keys to the castle, basically. They said, like, Ruben, you want to do the deal. You want to get rid of Marcus Rashford. It's up to you. And this is what I heard before they took charge before they got Ruben Amorim through the door, is that they actually said to Ruben Amorim, you hold the keys. You want to get rid of that player, you're welcome to get rid of him. Now, Marcus Rashford was rude to Ruben Amorim. Marcus Rashford blanked Ruben Amorim in training a couple of times before the clash happened. And Ruben Amorim just said, this isn't the guy for me. At the end of the day, you're not playing for me. You're playing for Manchester United. And you know what? You don't really believe in my philosophy. You don't want to play ball with me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's crazy. Conrad. Sal, I'm so happy Rashford left. Absolutely, Conrad. Big up, Conrad. Look, you know what? I'm happy but disappointed, Conrad. And the reason I'm disappointed is because, you know what? I didn't expect a player to come from an academy that would have so many problems at our football club. Now, I've been talking a lot of positivity about the young players that are coming through Manchester United at the moment and the future that we have. It's very important that these players are nurtured the right way. And that includes players around them. And I felt like if Marcus Rashford was at the football club and stays at the football club, it is a bad influence around, of course, you know what I mean, around Manchester United. And we don't want bad influences around. We don't want bad apples at Manchester United. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did say, bad apples. It just takes one bad apple. And I felt like Rashford was a severely bad apple, a big bad apple at Manchester United. And this apple we got rid of. No, he's not the only one. I don't believe he's the only one. I do believe we got a number of people in our club. Well, a couple more that need to leave the football club. Mason Mount, Luke Shaw, Casemiro. They need to leave the football club. And it isn't just exclusively down to Marcus Rashford, the problems at our football club right now. There are a number of problems at Man United. I do think it is a big problem that we have solved. As I said, we have a wall in front of us, and we're trying to knock down that wall. We've removed a brick from the middle of the wall, but it doesn't mean that the wall's going to fall down. Marcus Rashford is an important brick that has been removed from the wall, but we need to remove more bricks from the wall so the wall falls down, and then you can see our promised land, which is challenging for the title, challenging for the Champions League. The future's bright for Man United. Yes, we need more players. Yes, we need more experience. We need goal scorer in our football team. We need a number of things in our football team. But you know what? The days of walking around the football pitch, Mr. Entitled is over, I think. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Aston Villa triggered the deal in the summer. He's a great player for Aston Villa. It's a good move for Aston Villa. This is perfect for Aston Villa. You know what I mean? Brilliant. Absolutely. And perfect for Man United. Rasta, if that's the case, the rest of his contract just go on loan. Yep, absolutely. Tyborg, I wish him luck, but only because we have better money for him later on. In the last couple of years, he's disrespected the club, manager, and fans. 300k a week and not even trying. I will never accept. Tyborg, you're absolutely spot on. You know what? I cannot fathom how people feel sorry for Marcus Rashford. I don't feel sorry for him. You know what? You reap what you sow. You make your own bed at the end of the day, as I've always said. And to be honest with you, over the last 2 years, as you rightly said, Tyborg, is that, you know what, he's been down tooling. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Going to Belfast, going to New York, he knew that Ruben Amorim was coming into the football club. He knew it, right? And he went to New York, it's crazy when you think about it. He should have been right. Ruben Amorim's coming to the football club. I need to get myself prepared. I need to impress the manager. That is the mentality that he should have had. But when Ruben Amorim came into the football club, he was in New York. And we all remember when Ruben Amorim took one of his first interviews with, I'm not sure who it was with, I think it was MUTV. He took his first interview and he was saying, if it was me, he went to New York before I arrived. He said, if it was me, that would have never happened. That would have never happened. And to be honest, from that day, I said, you know what? The relationship between Rashford and Ruben Amorim has already become strained. It's already strained, and to be honest with you, it needed to end. This relationship, this toxic relationship, needed to end. And I'm glad it has. Mandem, the leaks have stopped all of a sudden. Absolutely, man. It's exactly what I've been saying for the last couple of days. Isn't it a coincidence that the leaks have suddenly stopped? Now, we're not saying that the leaks are exclusively down to Marcus Rashford. I do believe that leaks have come from other people in the squad. Luke Shaw, for example, like that. But you know what? One thing I would say is that the leaks have decreased enormously. And, you know, we need this toxic environment at Man United. We need to build a team now that are capable of challenging for the league, because that's why we're here at the end of the day. We're here for football. We're here for Man United to challenge for titles. That's why we're here. We're not here for the circus that is Manchester United, of course. Do you know what I mean? We don't need that at the end of the day, you know? And to be honest with you, guys, you know what? I'm glad this has happened, because it takes out a big part of the toxicity, the player FC that has been happening over the last few years. I want to remove player FC. You know, I want to remove this completely. It still goes on. There still are people in our fan base that are primarily player FC. You see them right now. You see them like, you know, players, people who are against certain players, people who are pro certain players and stuff like that. And that needs to stop. We need to be concentrated on what is Manchester United, not Player FC. It's Manchester United. When I was growing up, guys, when I was growing up all those years ago, we weren't like Player FC. We didn't concentrate on Player FC. Yeah, you have your favorites, but we weren't Player FC. We weren't like, yeah, Ryan Giggs FC. Yeah, Cantona FC. We were Manchester United FC. And that is what we should be. That is how we built ourselves into the club we are, because we were a team. We were a family. We were an institution. We were absolute colossus of a football club because we were together. There was no Player FC. Yes, there were players that are a little bit, you know what, less talented. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. You don't pull your weight. You don't play for this football club at the end of the day. Just like when David Beckham got dropped against Leeds United all those years ago and Luke Chadwick played in the team, we were like, wow, what's going on there? That's David Beckham. He's a serial winner. We were like that, weren't we? You know, and at the end of the day, it's not about Player FC. It's about the team. You don't move for the team, you're out of here. Just like Jaap Stam. You know, when we sold Jaap Stam to Lazio, I was like, wow, can you believe this? They sold Jaap Stam to Lazio. Our best defender, one of the best defenders in Europe. And, you know, and then what happened? We found out that he's been talking about the Gary Nevilles in the book, etc., etc., etc. And then we said, oh, okay. It's not about Player FC. Back then, it was not about Player FC. And you know what? Removing Marcus Rashford right now removes a big part of the Player FC empire. That's what it does. It's a bit like removing, how do you say it? You know, it's a bit like removing the king. You know what I mean? The king from a country. And you know what? That's it. The Player FC, the king of the Player FC, which is Marcus Rashford. We did have Martial has left the football club. Of course, there was a Player FC about Martial. Of course, there was. But Tomini, there was as well. But you know what? One thing I would say is that, you know what? Marcus Rashford is a heavy influence in that team, because not only that, he's mate born and bred. He's one of us. You know, and we're still singing that hymn sheet. Even to this day, people were on my Twitter page singing about how can anyone be supporting the removal of Marcus Rashford? How can anyone be saying that they're happy Marcus Rashford left? I mean, I can give you a number of reasons why. This is not about just because he's mate born and bred. Cantona weren't mate born and bred. Beckham weren't mate born and bred. Even Scholes weren't mate born and bred. You know, what we're talking about here is Manchester United. It's not about putting the Manchester back in Manchester United. It's about putting the United back in Manchester United, because that's what we are. We're united. We're not Manchester FC. We're Manchester United. So we are united. We're no Player FC. We are together in this. And we want to challenge for the title. We believe Man United can challenge for the title. I believe it can happen. UK Darren. Big up Tyborg, big up my friend, big up Chow. Here we go then. Is Fabrizio sleeping? Not yet, Chow. It's not that we haven't done the here we go yet. It will happen, of course. I'm pretty certain that's going to happen. Goodness me, it's going to be a busy day this next couple of days, isn't it? You know, we've got a lot of things happening in regards to Man United. I think once we get Tel through the door, that'll be the end of our business. I really do. But that's, I mean, look, we got 2 in, you know, some people thought we get none in. Exactly. Kasim, what's going on? My goodness. Thank God, says Kasim. Big up, Kasim. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like, of course. We need to thank the Saudi League for this to happen. Absolutely. Big up. He's gone to Aston Villa, though. We need Saudi to come in for Kasim. That's what we need. Absolutely. We need Saudi to come in for Casemiro now. And had high hopes for the kid, but the Malacia ship has sailed. Yeah, you know what? I did as well. Just don't think he's the correct quality that Man United need on that side. Man United have got Dorgu and Diego Leon going forward. Man United will have those two players who will be playing first and second fiddle next season. That does mean that we are going to try and push Luke Shaw out the door. Look, I'm a big admirer of Luke Shaw, but Luke, you know, in regards to when he plays, I think he's a very good left back. But to be honest with you, we can't be carrying players, and we can't be, you know, I said it before the season. If Man United want to progress, if Man United want to succeed, we need to get rid of the players that have been there for a number of years. We need to get rid of the players that have been there for a number of years if Manchester United want to succeed, of course, guys. United, I want to go Gutierrez, Mattel, Edison to United. Absolutely, Dilly. So that would be great. Edison won't be coming this season, unfortunately. 7:16 UAM UK time. Very, very early. 11:31 at the moment for me in the Middle East. I want to thank Abdullah for keeping me up to date. Of course, guys, I've got the best community, guys. Best community there is. Absolutely brilliant. Good morning, Cargo. What's going on? Good morning. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're good. Absolutely good to see you. Jim, what's going on, brother? Exciting day ahead. How are you doing? Just made it home and I walked from the shop. Big up, Jim. Big up the legend, Jim. I'm fine. Thank you so much, my guy. I'm good. Thank you very much, my friend. Absolutely. Owen, don't even play in the same position. Who's that, Owen? Who's that? Who's that? What are you talking about, Owen? Let me know, bro. Let me know. Sal, we need to move him on in the summer. Who? I mean, we got many. Mount needs to move on. Shaw needs to move on. Casemiro needs to move on. You know, Malacia needs to move on. Malacia's still at the football club. He needs to move on as well. So there's a number of things that we need, you know, at Man United. And you know what? I did say that a number of the players that have been there for a number of years, they've been stinking out the place, need to leave the football club. I really do believe that. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Conrad, Bailey is good in the LPL, proven player. Leon Bailey is a good player, Conrad, and will be on loan. I don't think Man United will do an option to buy. Will be good as, like, he's quick. He can score goals, you know, and to be honest with you, can fit into that Ruben Amorim system pretty effectively. Man United, of course, did want Leon Bailey a number of years ago when he was playing for Leverkusen, you know. Look, you know what? We need players. Look, even like on Rashford's day, on Marcus Rashford's day, on his best day, Rashford is one of the best players in the world. But the problem is when you've got a player that wants to turn it on when he feels like it, when he wakes up on the right side of bed rather than the wrong side of bed, you've got a problem. You need a player that thinks, I'm going to get up today and I'm going to make history today. I want to play for Manchester United and I'm going to score goals today because I want to win my football cup to 3 points. When you get a player that instead of doing that, wakes up in the morning and thinks, oh, I'm not really up for it today. Oh, I don't care about the fans. You know, I just want to do what I want to do. Pick up my 320 grand a week and fly off to New York to watch a boxing match. That's what it is. And we don't need this. We're at a time in our history of the football club where it is a vital time. It is a time that is make or break. We are a new direction, completely new direction, new 27% ownership, new manager. And we need to give this manager the tools to succeed. The tools, because I believe in the past that certain managers who've been managing our football club have wanted to get rid of the players, certain players, including Marcus Rashford. I believe that. Jose Mourinho famously said that, you know what, we had three players that are still at the football club. You know? Now, you can make of that what you will. Was that Martial? Was that Marcus Rashford? Was that Luke Shaw? I believe Marcus Rashford is one. I believe Martial was one. And I believe the last one is Luke Shaw. I'm not saying it exclusively. I'm not saying it like I know everything about this and stuff like that. But I believe the last one in that Player FC, in that toxicity camp, was Luke Shaw. I think Man United need to try and get rid of him. Need an out-and-out striker on loan, not a wide inside forward. Owen, I don't disagree with you, mate. I'm absolutely, that's spot on, mate. I absolutely agree with that. I do think we need a striker. I think we need a prolific striker. who can work well up front, who can hold up the ball, who can, be confident, make the right runs, get in the right positions to pass the ball to, not be afraid of the ball, not being afraid to shoot. Someone is proven to score 30 goals a season. That would be fantastic, isn't it? Who would you like, Owen? Who would you like to get for Manchester United? That's the question. Who's out there? I mean, we were talking about, obviously, Victor Osimhen over the last few months, of course, players like that, Jonathan David, players like that, who's going to be that guy to get Man United forward? Do you know what? There's a number. I would look at the Premier League. I really would. And there is that Bournemouth player, Ouattara, isn't it? Who I like very, very much. And he's been scoring goals for fun at the moment. There's a number of players in the Premier League that I would go for. Someone of experience. It's a bit like what Alex Ferguson used to do when he brought in Louis Saha. Do you remember? From Fulham. And goal scorers. And that's what Man United need. Goal scorers from the Premier League. Berbatov, goal scorers from the Premier League. Andy Cole, goal scorers from the Premier League. That's what we need. Players who are proven to score goals in the Premier League. So that is very important for me. And it's something that we haven't been doing for a number of years, of course. What's going on? Solar Liam, what's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. First time watch, I agree with your view on the Player FC and getting rid of Rashi. Just sub, mate. Thank you so much, Mr. Solar Liam. You absolute legend. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you so much for joining the family, the community. Absolutely. I'm building a fantastic community here, guys, and you guys are absolute legends. I can't do this without you guys to remember that. And absolutely great to have new people coming in, of course, guys. And absolutely, in Rashford, look, you know what? I'm not going to say that he was all bad. When he broke through the rank, when he broke through the scene, broke into the scene, when he first made his debut for Man United, I was excited. I thought that he had the potential to be one of the best players in the world. Of course, there was a small period there when we were comparing him to Mbappe. You remember? That ship sailed. The difference between him and Mbappe worked. Mbappe kept working. Mbappe, improved his game. And Rashford just stagnated. Rashford has stagnated. Rashford is not the player he was when he burst onto the scene. He's less of a player there now than he was then. And that is the worry. Why was he stagnating? And, I've never seen this, especially when you're playing for a club like Man United. And then when you join a football club, when Ruben Amorim joined the football club, if you're not going to go out there and work and prove that you want to work under Ruben Amorim and you want to play for Man United, this was the best deal. And I applaud Ruben Amorim. I do. I applaud Ruben Amorim and I applaud Ineos for doing this deal. Trizzy, good day, Sal. Good day, mate. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. At the end of the day, we should do an end of the day count on you. Can someone organize that? Surely over 100 in a stream. At the end of the day, it's up to you. At the end of the day, my God, absolutely. That is the number one thing I say. Don't copyright my stuff. Absolutely. I say absolutely. That's what I say. Absolutely. There you go. Yeah. I mean, I have my little phrases. That's what I do at the end of the day. And that's what I do. Fill-ups, it's a time filler, isn't it? Definitely at the end of the day. Big up, Trizzy. Big up yourself. Big up, Asif. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see brother Asif in there. Big up, Red Sam. Will, salam alaikum. Walaikum salam. What's going on, Irfan? Hope you're doing well. Guess who's back? Back again. Irfan's back. Tell her friend. Absolutely. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Of course. Big up yourselves. Big up. Greetings, Irfan. Big up everyone. Of course, guys. Absolutely. No more leaks from the dressing room. No more player power. Only Luke Shaw left. It's too late for him to step up. How old is he anyway? Luke Shaw's about 30, isn't he? At the end of the day, look, you know what? He is the last one. As I said, Jose Mourinho said 3 players were still, about a couple of years ago, he said 3 players were still at the football club who he wanted to sell. Now, I believe those players are Martial, Rashford, and Luke Shaw. This is what I've been hearing. Now, we've got one more player, which is Luke Shaw, who we need to remove from the Player FC empire. It's coming to an end, guys. The Player FC is coming to an end. And that is fantastic news, of course, guys. Fantastic news. Absolutely. Man United Greek fan, my main man. Love you, bro. Big up, Jim, of course. Big up, everyone. Sal, why can't Amorim introduce Chido Obi to the first team as he gains confidence? Because, and Conrad, because at the moment, Man United are not in a place that we want to be. It's a very difficult environment at the moment to be thrown into the deep end. Man United are in difficulties at the moment, and we don't really have our team there that can complement Chido Obi Martin. I want to see Chido Obi Martin playing for Manchester United very soon. I think if we bring him in 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here even, I think that would be good. But one thing we have to do is that if we don't bring in these players at the right time, we could do more harm than good. And I firmly believe, I said it on my Twitter today, I firmly believe that next season, you will see these players coming in. You will see it because there will be a fresh new team and we start. And that's what's going to happen. You will be seeing these players coming in, of course. Guys, absolutely. Absolutely. Sal, I am damn sure Amorim has made it clear to the Ineos Glazers, the Glinios, that let them do their job and off the pitch before taking a United job. There is no start unless, it's exactly what I said that before Ruben Amorim walked in. It's exactly what I said. The most important thing for a manager when he's walking into this football club is to have the keys to the castle, is to have the power to remove big names, big personalities. And this is what I believe he's been given. And this is imperative. This is so important for Man United moving forward, is that, you know what, they have the opportunity. Ruben Amorim has the opportunity to do his thing, And that's great. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. And I'm happy with that, of course, guys. Absolutely. Irfan, hope you're doing well. Big up Irfan, big up Asif, big up everyone, big up Conrad, of course, guys, absolutely. Rashford will be better at Villa. They play hit and run football. It suits Rashford. Counter-attack football, isn't it, Conrad? Absolutely. They do play a bit of counter-attack football. I think he'll do well at Aston Villa. And if he does well at Aston Villa, it's only good for us, isn't it? You know, they've got a 40 million option to buy clause. I wish it was an obligation. Unfortunately, it's not an obligation. Obligation means that they have to buy him. Unfortunately, they got the option to buy him at 40 million, their first option to buy him. I got a feeling that Aston Villa will purchase him. I got a feeling that Aston Villa will get their man. I think they'll buy Rashford at the end of the season. I think Rashford will do well at Aston Villa. I hope he does well as well. I hope he does well. And then by the end of the season, I think he will be sold to Aston Villa. If not, if he does well at Aston Villa and Aston Villa don't want to pull the trigger and get him, there are going to be a number of other clubs interested in Marcus Rashford, in particular if he performs very well for Aston Villa and scores a number of goals. So that is important, of course, going forward. Jim, so it's about time Rashford went. Great piece of business, absolutely. But job is only half-baked, meaning we are not finished and ins and outs more. Absolutely, Jim. Look, Jim, I did say that we're going to sign one or two. I've been saying it from the beginning of the window. And now that, you know, we've got one in, I do believe Man United will bring in another one. And that is all our business. It's not enough. I'm not saying it's enough. It's definitely not enough. Man United do need more. We lost Anthony. We've lost Marcus Rashford, of course, guys. So, and we ain't, you know, we needed cover. We needed cover up front. Now we're one light, but you know what? We got Dorger in and we need to bring Tell in. Matthias Tell or Liam Bailey, someone in to cover that attacking position because Man United are a little bit lightweight up front. It would have been great if Man United got a striker as well. That would have been fantastic, you know, if Man United brought in a striker. You know, you can find strikers all around Europe, you know, and prolific ones as well. And you can try and wheel and deal your way through it and get a deal done. Unfortunately, I don't think we've got time to do that. But you never know what's going to happen in this transfer window. I do believe Man United will get one more. My prediction, I'll throw myself out there, is Matthias Tell will come to Man United and that will be the end of our business. Through experience. Irfan, it's best for Rashford to move. In Villa's book, it's a panic buy with all the controversy surrounding Rashford, including his form. It's like buying a has-been with problems. Absolutely. Look, you know what? One thing I would say, Irfan, we were talking about it yesterday, and you know what? Sometimes, you know, you go to a football club, a bit like Elanga, and we were talking about it, Irfan, yesterday, you know, a bit like Elanga. Sometimes you find your level. Right? Sometimes you find your level. Look, I know Aston Villa are doing better than us, but they're not a better football club than us. They're not a bigger football club than us, right? I feel like on our day, we'll beat Aston Villa when we're playing well. But the thing is, what I would say is that I think Aston Villa have reached their level. I think Rashford has reached his level. I think Aston Villa are Marcus Rashford's level. I really do. And I feel like he will do very well there. He suits Aston Villa. It's a Champions League team. Best of luck to him because you know what? At the end of the day, he does well at Aston Villa. Great for us. We get the money and we run. And if Aston Villa don't want to buy him, other teams are going to be interested in him because he's just smashed it at Aston Villa because that's what we want at the end of the day. And we're removing, as you said, Irfan, we're removing the player FC, the toxicity within the football club. And I cannot underestimate how important it is. There's no substitute for a football club that is calm, that is relaxed, that we have players who are all on the same page, buying into Ruben Amorim's system. You know, buying into Ruben Amorim's philosophy. That is what we want. And I'm so happy about this. I'm delighted about this. And of course, we move on, don't we? We move on. Absolutely. Asif, don't you think United should give more to Amorim this window after the Anthony and Rashford line moves? I would like to get Tell, but not over. No, we're not going to sell Asif. Garnacho's not going anywhere. Absolutely not. Ruben Amorim has made a point in regards to Garnacho. Garnacho has picked it up. Garnacho has shown himself this month with 3 assists, guys. And to be honest with you, I'm delighted that won't happen because Man United won't be getting rid of any more attackers. Man United will bring in Tel. Man United have saved 70% of Marcus Rashford's wages. That gives us the opportunity to get Tel. That is the good thing about it because 70% of the wages is taken around 200 grand off the wages. I'm not a mathematician, guys. Don't hold me to it, but around 200 grand from Marcus Rashford's wages. So Man United will only be paying 30% of Marcus Rashford's wages. That means that money right there can go towards Matthias Tel. And that is fantastic. And I'm delighted about that. I'm happy because you know what, guys, is there a more exciting time than now to be a Man United fan? We've got so much to look forward to. And we have to believe. We have to believe, of course. Big up FC now. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Imagine moving from the local boyhood dream club to move to Aston Villa just because the manager asked you to run a bit more effort in. Absolutely, MUFC. I saw this on a tweet earlier today. My eyes on the ball. Big up MUFC now, by the way, brother. I hope you're doing well. The absolute legend, one of my friends on Twitter, of course, MUFC now. Don't forget to follow him on Twitter. Of course, guys, absolutely spot on. Absolutely. Look, just because you were told you have to run a little bit, you have to have a good attitude, you have to challenge for headers, you don't walk around on the pitch. And we've all seen the videos. We've all seen the videos of Marcus Rashford walking around the football pitch, haven't we? You know, not challenging for headers, etc., etc., etc. We've all seen that, haven't we, at the end of the day? You know, and to be honest with you, it's about time this toxicity ended. Because, you know what? There will be another player FC. You know, whether that's Xerxes FC, whether that's Bruno FC. There is a Bruno FC, of course. Whether that is a Ugarte FC or a Mainu FC. There's going to be FCs. But what we do, we can all have our favourite players at Manchester United. We can all do that. But what we got to understand is, just like I said earlier in the show, in the 90s, we had a number of great players. They were my favourite players. I had my favourite players, but I weren't player FC. It was all about the football club. We were not like Giggs FC. You know, we were not Cantona FC. We were Manchester United FC. That's who we were. These days, this I call it a plague that is surrounding Man United, where fans are player FC, and that fans, you know, at the end of the day, I support the manager, and you know what? Because the manager is the manager of the football team. I will always support the manager. But you know what? I will never support an individual player over the whole football club. Absolutely not. Unfortunately, there are people there. I don't really call them Man United fans, to be honest, who worship players rather than following the football club, of course, guys. Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. All good. Acid Barber, trust you. Good too. Absolutely. Big up yourself. Big up everyone. Big up, of course. Even the less talented players of the winning era were serial winners. Everyone worked hard to achieve the one thing. Success is... It starts with a winning mentality mindset, pure and simple. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely spot on. It does, Jim. You know, it's a winning mindset, and we need to, you know, it only takes one bad apple to ruin the apple bowl at the end of the day, of course. Only one apple. 3-0 United says, I'm going to go into that very, very soon, of course. Rashford exit means the major heart block is just surgically removed. The major virus directly has been taken out. Hopefully they replace Rashford with Tel. Absolutely. I think they will. As if I'm 90% sure that we will get Tel through the door. I really am. I don't think we're going to leave Ruben Amorim short on attack. We've got Anthony and Rashford out of the football club. You know, so we haven't got, we're very short at light up front. You know, we've only got Bruno, we've only got Garnacho and Ahmad. We need one more. Definitely. Absolutely. At least. Cargo. We're finally starting to rebuild, and everyone else is in the team who is mid-Masco. I agree, Cargo. Freddie, I agree. I think a lot of the deals are going to be done in the summer. Absolutely. I think this is going to be a very interesting summer indeed. I think Man United are going to do a lot of business in the summer. I firmly believe that, of course. Absolutely. Adeyemi, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hi, Chief. I can see we are getting back on track. Absolutely, Adeyemi. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for joining the stream, you legend. Thank you, bro. I agree, 100%. We need to get back on track. We don't need any distractions. We've had too many distractions over the years. This has been the problem with Manchester United over the years, that we've had these distractions at our football club that have plagued us, so to speak. They have plagued us, haven't they? And, you know, we need to stop this. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And it's starting to stop now. And we are starting to surgically remove the problem. As Asif said, the open heart surgery is almost complete. The open heart surgery is almost complete, of course. We need an experienced striker. Absolutely, absolutely. We do, Mandem. Absolutely. I'd be happy if we got one. I would be happy if we got one, of course. Malacia was brought into the deputies for sure. We all know what happened. Sure, it's next to go. I hope so, Irfan. I think that he's the last of the old guard, isn't he? He's the one, you know what? We need to get rid of him, of course, guys. Absolutely. We need to get rid of the old guard now. The old guard, we're finished with the old guard, of course. Absolutely finished with that. Conrad. Sal, even some fans blame Amorim team selection after putting Ahmed on the bench, but we have to know once you play for Man United, then you must work hard and you can win anything. Absolutely, Conrad. Great comments, my friend. Absolutely. One thing I would say about Ahmed and players like that is that, you know what? And one thing I would say about Ruben Amorim is that he gets Man United. He gets this football club, right? I've got a book here, right? Alex Ferguson, right? He's the manager who reminds me of Alex Ferguson the most because he's making those ruthless decisions, right? Where we're selling certain players, right? We're getting rid of fan favorites. We're getting rid of the player FC. That is so important for this football club. Very, very important for this football club. And I'm delighted we're getting rid of the player FC. Absolutely buzzing about that, of course. Ciao. I think United will announce Dorgu in the stadium before. Yeah, I said it yesterday, Chow. I said yesterday that Dorgu will be presented to the Man United faithful before the game. Guys, I'm not just an ugly face. I do get it right. At the end of the day, big up. Adiemi, injury-prone players need to go removed. Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, Casemiro need to leave this football club, and that's why I'm saying Adiemi at the moment. That is what it should be. They need to lead the football club. There's this culture at this football club that you can sit on your backside and do nothing and get paid for it, and players are falling into that trap. Now, managers were falling into that trap in the past, of course, but we hope that can change, of course, going forward. Owen Laughter, Bailey and Tell both play wide, need someone to hold up the ball to bring other players into play. Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that. We need a striker, Owen. We do. And I agree with that. Man United need a domineering figure up front. We need someone who can hold up the ball, who's a presence up there. At the moment, I do think we're lightweight, Owen. I think we're lightweight up there. I think that we do need another striker who's experienced, not a young one who's experienced, who's been around, who can score goals, who knows how to position himself, hold up the ball, etc. Those type of players. I do believe we need that. I feel like we've been missing that for a long time now, and that would be great. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. These English Academy players think they are entitled. Absolutely. They do think they're entitled. Of course they do. They do. Of course, guys, absolutely. They do think they're entitled. I agree. Absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that, guys. I believe that 100%. And to be honest with you, what the message that we have to send out is that you are not made it even if you play for Man United. I know that you got money at a young age, but just because you're in the academy, just because you break through, you have not made it. It's not exclusively down to English players. It's not. This is an English football club, by the way, Manchester United. It's not, Man United are an English football club. And one thing I would say is that I don't bring in xenophobia to this because it's not exclusively down to English players. It's down to a lot of players who come through Man United who thought they were bigger than the club and then drifted away, So what I would say is that anyone of any race that thinks, or any country of origin that thinks they're going to come to Man United and thinks that they're going to make it, they got another thing coming. You have to put in the effort. You have to make sure you are ready for this football club, and you are ready, because just because you get in the academy doesn't mean you've made it. That's what I would say. Sal, we are bound to keep Malacia Shaw as a backup unless we get rid of that. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. He's got to go. I don't think Ruben Amorim wants him, of course. Absolutely not. Chief, thanks you so much for this. But which player are we working on and how to get our United back to the best? We're working on a number of players at the moment. At the Amy, we're working on many players going forward, of course. Absolutely working on many players going forward. Let me just write this down, guys, real quickly. I've got to write something down. Sal, don't be surprised if we get one more player. I believe firmly another striker. I told you two, but Jim. I told you two. I said it a long time ago, and this is what we got. We're going to get two. It does look that way. I hope we get three, but I don't think so. So two is Dorgu and Tell. We got three in theory because we got Aiden Heaven as well, but that is for the academy. I'm not counting that. I'm talking about players who are going to walk in straight into the team, and we got two. People are saying we've got, including you, Jim. You said we're not going to sign anyone. I told you we're going to sign one or two, but you know what? We need one more. I think three would be great. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I'm happy with that. Darren, we're sure we might have to wait for his contract to run down. Absolutely. It's looking that way. Same old problems, of course. So you're all right. I'm disappointed for Rashford. Attitude, let him go. Absolutely, Okason. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Love you, brother. Self respect, love, brother. Stretford Post, my favorite. Big up, Jim. Much love to you, brother. Much love, of course. Absolutely. I think some of the players love the fact that Rashford is gone. There will be a better atmosphere in the dressing room today. I'm sure some players must have seen what we fans have seen for years. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Spot the hell on. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Pogba, Rashford, and Lord Lingard were the three players Jose wanted out. He even called PP a virus. Martial came to the victim of Trashford. The amount of chances we reduced and were given to trash. Rashford and Lingard were the three players Jose wanted out. Pogba, Rashford, and Lingard. He wanted Shaw out as well, Asif. He wanted Shaw out. He wanted Martial out, and he wanted Rashford out. And he wanted more than three. He did. In the end of the day, yeah. But what I'm hearing is that he really wanted Luke Shaw and Rashford out, and Martial. Number 9, who is less than 10 goals a season, is unheard of. Keeping him simply madness. Rashford needs to change club for the good of his career and United's public interest. The guy lacks a lot. Big up, David. Thank you so much for that comment. Absolutely spot on, bro. Absolutely spot on. I can't agree more. Rashford hit his ceiling. He won't get better. He's like an old man who is 5 years a year old, kicking his toys out of his pram. Absolutely, fan. Big up, fan. Spot on. Absolutely. Big up, Sal. Which one would you prefer, Osimhen or Gutierrez? Oh, you put me on the spot, I see. Purely because of the fact of age, I'll say Gutierrez. But if I'm talking about someone who can go right into the team right now and score goals, I'm talking Osimhen. But I go Gutierrez. Absolutely. More ceiling, higher ceiling. David, Rashford lacks self-motivation and found of trading excuses back and forth. He is too much of a child and not a professional. He's changed. He's changed a lot, in my opinion. He changed a lot, of course. Definitely. Conrad, Luke Shaw, Mount, and Casemiro. Yeah, need to go. Conrad, absolutely spot on. Sal's favours, absolutely at the end of the day. Sal's favours, absolutely at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. Absolutely. Common United, get in. Common United. We are the commoners, absolutely. Commoners, Buck I am. I'm from the East End of London. Tomatoes, potatoes. You know what I mean? Absolutely, definitely. That's what I am, absolutely. I'm a proper East Ender, my guy. Absolutely. Can't help it. Can't help it, guys. Luke Shaw, Mount should be next on the list. I agree, absolutely. Introduce between the stream, competition, and time and stimulate. How about we introduce in between the stream a competition time and stimulate interaction and have fun? Anything we can do. Yeah, I'll try and do that. Absolutely. I'll try and do that. If I can get the tools for it, yeah, I'll definitely do that. That would be great. I need more, of course, guys. It's difficult to run a stream, run a podcast like this and do other things as well, and get everything. People forget about thumbnails. People forget about content. People forget about coming on this stream and just talking non-stop. It's not an easy thing to do. And I rate anyone who does it, of course. Correct. Absolutely. Cause the Martial's decline. Every manager sold players short to profit. I don't want to blame Rashford for Martial's decline. Martial was a lazy git at the end of the day. I don't want to get me an idiot. I don't want to blame everyone, play that blame game. Martial did it to himself. He just wasn't right. He's injured all the time. It's nothing to do with Rashford. Maybe a small part, but definitely not. Let's stop blaming English players and bringing in xenophobia to football. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because this English, it's nothing to do with English. It's human being. At the end of the day, Man United's an English football. If you don't like Man United, they're being English, go and support you know, someone over there, Germany or whatever. You know what I mean? The German media the morning talking about Tell deal as United is almost done. Deal. We need such players very, very much. And I would be over the moon. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Brilliant. We have the time and only until tomorrow. Yes, 11 o'clock tomorrow. I think it is English time, of course, guys. Absolutely. Sal, Heaven is technically the first signing because we have been part of the first. Yeah, he is technically the first signing, but he's not going to walk straight into the squad. He is a first team squad player, but he's not going to walk straight into the team. Absolutely not. David, big up, David. What's going on? Shaw has stabilized a bit with the injuries. You see the player who has matured in approach, unlike Rash. Yep, subject to opinion, of course. Asif, one thing I would say to you, leave the Trashford. We got class in this football club, Asif. Leave the Trashford. We're not all for Trashford. We're not all for that. Leave that for the IQ less. You know what I mean? Wish him luck. That's it. Let's not do Trashford thing. Not on this stream, Asif. Not on this stream. I don't play that game on the stream. So please don't do Trashford and bald fraud and peanut head. We don't do that on there. We're not rants. You know what I mean? So good one. Nice one. Rashford is a panic buy for any club who goes for him. I think he'd be good at Aston Villa. Absolutely. Luke Shaw, Mount, and Casemiro must go in the summer. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who's telling who? It's the new player, Tell. Yeah. Exciting times coming. I agree. Jim, I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jim, Asif, yeah, Trashford virus. Sancho also hope this Trashford device. Asif, no Trashford, yeah, no Trashford. Come on, man, it's immature. If Ineos secure Tell, boy, I would be excited. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, it succeeds. Tybob with a big up. Plug us with the link, please. Guys, don't forget, Tyborg is a member. I read out every one of your comments, guys, and none of you are members. Don't forget to become a member of the channel, guys. It's cheap. You know what? And I've got some great content coming for you guys this week, guys. You know what? One day I'll stop reading out comments. Then you won't see, guys, because at the end of the day, I've got some huge plans for this channel. You know what? Just a little pointer. Yeah, super chats and memberships. If you love this channel, if you want to keep this channel running, guys, don't forget to become a member. Don't forget to send super chats. Much appreciated. I love you all, but you know what? You have to support the channel, guys. Absolutely. 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 So, I mean, an addition of winning and goal scoring experience up front, challenge major trophies. Otherwise, this rebuild means nothing. So, academy business model. Tyborg. Hi, buddy. Everything's all right. Buzzing for today's game. Me too, of course. Enjoying a beautiful homemade cappuccino. Big up, Jim. I hope you're loving it, of course. I hope you're loving it. RMCF, Man United need Arda Güler. I love Arda Güler. I like Ogula. I love him. I've been speaking about him before, of course, guys, a while ago, of course. So that is very important. Guys, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Thank you so much. Just to recap, Marcus Rashford has signed for Aston Villa on a loan deal with an option to buy for £40 million. I believe it is. Aston Villa will cover 70% of Marcus Rashford's value in wages, which means money off the wage bill, guys. Fantastic news going ahead, guys. Thank you, everyone. Big up, Randy. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Lindelof is leaving at the end of the season. His contract runs out, Randy, at the end of the season. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. So thank you, everyone, for joining me, of course. Big up, everyone. Big up Sal. Watch along street. Yes, watch along later today, Tyborg. I will be live at what's the time? 4 hours behind. 1:30 p.m. UK time, Tyborg. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. UK time, I believe. Yes, so I'll be live, Tyborg. Don't forget to join me for the watch along tonight, guys. Absolutely brilliant to have Tyborg. Absolute legend, of course. Thank you so much, guys. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like. Don't forget to become a member. Very important to this channel, guys, to keep the channel running. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Have a fabulous, fabulous day, and I will see you later. Marcus Rashford is an Aston Villa player. Take it easy, guys. Peace.